I know PlayStation 5s are really hard to get by these days, but oh man, has Japan descended into absolute chaos as Tokyo PlayStation 5 sale has caused a lot of people to want a PlayStation 5 over in Japan. Yodobashi Camera in Tokyo's Akihabara shopping district had promised to sell several hundred PlayStation 5 consoles. Several hundred in a shopping district is kind of crazy. You guys gotta remember, our stores are getting like, what, a couple at a time? And it was being sold not through some sort of, appointment selling. No, it was just a first come, first served policy. Now, I have to say that Japan has done quite well with the pandemic. Everybody's taking it seriously. But when it comes to the PlayStation 5, it matters so much that social distancing be damned, we gotta get our PlayStation 5. And these images are absolutely crazy in terms of the cops being called and things just, as I mentioned, descending into absolute chaos and people really wanting a PlayStation 5. When you have hundreds of consoles available, yeah, people are gonna storm out given the demand of the console, which is interesting because I didn't expect the Japan demand to be as high as over here in the States, just because in the States I feel like we are a little bit more susceptible to FOMO. I figured the Japanese audience would wait until some major titles come out, although Demon's Souls Remake is pretty major, and maybe that element of FOMO exists in Japan too, although I was expecting them to hold out until the major JRPGs come out, maybe a Final Fantasy 16, something of that sort. But no, they absolutely want the console too, so what do I know about the demand of certain products in Japan? Obviously not too much given the PlayStation 5. People are going crazy for it. There are several social media videos on Twitter, and you can just see it is tons and tons of people all together. I do have to say, Japan, kudos to you for wearing the mask properly. I'm seeing a few people here and there with the mask under their nose, but everybody seems to be masked up pretty solidly. So hey, good on you for that, but the social distancing, 6 foot be damned, we're just gonna get together because the PlayStation 5 means so much. I get it, I see the demand over here with my friends and how badly they want a PlayStation 5. I can see it in the comments section, anecdotally speaking, of course, but yeah, when a console is going for like 1,100 bucks on eBay or even more than that, you can tell that the demand is still crazy high, and there is obviously a, shortage of supply. And as noted on a VGC, link in the description box below, Tokyo is currently under a state of emergency due to a resurgence of the coronavirus infections in the city. As part of the order, companies are encouraged to work remotely and residents urged to avoid non-essential outings. Well, if you didn't hear, PlayStation 5's being in stock is an absolutely essential outing. Obviously, that's a little bit of a joke, but I get it. People be wanting a PS5 pretty badly, and hey, it's easy for me to say having a PlayStation 5, don't take it too seriously. I feel like I've been saying that quite a bit, but at the end of the day, if I didn't have a PlayStation 5, I'd probably be right there being like, I want a PlayStation 5 really badly. And it was noted on PSU as well, Saturday's event was very popular due to the first come first serve policy that was implemented as far as the sales of the console goes, which seems like a bad idea just because demand is so high. I feel like the stores, at least from what I can tell, they're still doing like that appointment based policy. I haven't talked to anyone that has just walked into a store, seen a PlayStation 5 in the wild and was able to pick it up. I just haven't. Maybe that's happening in some parts of the world or some parts of the country. Over here, and I have friends in various states, I haven't heard one instance of that happening. It's usually, you call in or you know somebody, they'll set the console aside for you and then you go in, you pay for it, whatever the case may be. It's done in a way where it's not really there for public eye and people storming in, and also having, I don't know how this was exactly handled, if there was a date set in place, but if you're promoting it as this big event, PlayStation 5s are back in stock, get it while you can, first come, first serve, that's just asking for pandemonium in my opinion. I don't know how you could expect anything different. I don't know if the stores and where they were stocking them kind of underestimated the demand of the PlayStation 5, probably thought it wasn't going to get that crazy, but yeah, over here, I could see that coming. Like, if a local Walmart or a local Target was promoting, like, alright, on this day, PlayStation 5s will be back in stock and we'll have hundreds of them, first come, first serve, yeah, it'd be absolute chaos at that point, and honestly, it'd probably be a little bit worse than whatever happened in Japan. It was also noted the Yodobashi retailer also usually requires customers to have active credit accounts in order to purchase in-demand items such as the PlayStation 5. However, the Akihabara location is one of the few stores that do not, so you could understand how things got even crazier as far as that was concerned. Also, Creature Inc.'s Dave Gibson noted they canceled the sale due to people being insane. I mean, that's one way to put it, and yeah, it does look like people are being absolutely insane. They pushed so hard, even the cash registers and staff went backwards. I've never seen that kind of insanity in Japan before. People paying at the registers were pushed out of the way, cash left on trays, register and staff pushed all the way back into the storage area. Like, yeah, I've never been to Japan, but Japan always has come across to me as somewhere that's relatively respectful when things like this are concerned. But I've been shopping during Black Friday, you know, before the pandemic. I've gone shopping on Black Friday. I haven't in a few years. But those Black Friday shopping seasons are always crazy. Shopping days, I should say. I remember when the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One came out. I got my PlayStation 4 on launch day, but I went shopping that Black Friday. I usually just go shopping for the memes, but yeah, that Black Friday was crazy, and I definitely saw some sort of pushing, shoving, and things of that nature. I also remember, I was super young at the time, but 06 when the PlayStation 3 came out, that was all over the news of people being wild with that too. So yeah, in Japan, this is very much a rarity, and that's why this becomes an even bigger story. But in the States, you do see that type of tomfoolery from time to time. Gibson also wrote, I would estimate about 70% of the crowd to be resellers. Hope to God I didn't get corona because I got caught up in that insanity. Yeah, that's like kind of scary when that many people are coming together, and it's also an indoor venue, so that doesn't make things any better as far as that's concerned. But 70% of the people, just think about that for a second, the profit return on just buying one and selling it is so high that 70% of the crowd is a reseller, literally gathering together, risking everything to resell a PlayStation 5. I don't know how good of an idea that is, but hey, the significant markup of the console makes it so maybe it's worth it to some people to make that $600-700, and me saying that is absolutely disgusting that you're making $600-700 on a return sale on a PlayStation 5. And Gibson estimating that 70% of the audience there was a reseller. That is absolute insanity to me. And of course, PlayStation 5 shortages in Japan have been exacerbated by scalpers reselling large quantities of the console at a significant markup. So you're talking about a concoction of a lot of things. First of all, the demand of the PlayStation 5 is so crazy high. We're living in this pandemic age, and resellers at an all-time high level. You put all of that together, and resellers just becoming more abundant just because people have lost their jobs and everything like that. I'm not defending scalping or reselling, but, you know, it's just one thing leads to another, and it's this concoction and fusion that is just going to cause a chaotic scene as far as stock of the PlayStation 5 goes, and now you're ending up with things like this. Hopefully, at some point, this all cools down, but man, I feel like I've been saying that since, like, June or July. Like, I knew from the get-go that PlayStation 5 demand was going to be crazy high because of the pandemic, but I didn't expect it to be this crazy in the sense that we're, almost into February right now, and it's pretty certain that I don't think we're going to get a steady stream of supply until, well, we're not going to see it in the foreseeable future, honestly, as crappy as that is to say. I don't see it being readily available in stock in February, March, April, May, June, July, hopefully by the holiday season. And you're talking about a year after launch. At that point, some of the marquee games would have already been released. I mean, Returnal, Ratchet & Clank, Final Fantasy 16, God of War. You would hope that by the time those games are starting to drop, that PlayStation 5s are going to be readily available for everyone, because at that point, you're actually missing out on marquee experiences. Like right now, Demon's Souls Remake is great, but if you don't get the PlayStation 5, I don't believe it's the end of the world, and people can stay happy with their PlayStation 4 or their current-gen console, but at the point of, you know, the major games coming out, and it's not only consoles, man, PCs are crazy expensive right now, too. You look at $500 graphics cards going for $1,100, $1,200 on eBay. It's just complete madness as far as that's concerned, and I know that the reselling and scalping world really does extend beyond video games and things of that nature. I've talked to people talking about shoes and clothing items and things of that nature. I'm not all too familiar with that. Give me my $10 Walmart hoodie and I'll be on my way. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this one. Just want to get your thoughts on everything. Just crazy times as far as stock of a console goes. Never have seen this level of chaos, especially in Japan. That makes it the wildest thing imaginable. So sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and if you have a request for a future video, leave that in the comments as well, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.